Hi everyone, this is Noah Sandler from MTGOcademy.com, and we're going to be doing another Holiday Cube draft today. It's going to be the last Holiday Cube video that I do. It goes offline tomorrow, so hopefully it's a good one. And yeah, I've had a lot of fun, been drafting a lot with my roommates. We've collected a lot of Phantom points, which are going to be transferred into play points now. They just announced that. So you can actually use them to enter regular tournaments. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, I've been drafting all kinds of archetypes, mostly like blue-white control planeswalkery, splashing into other colors. Some mono red, like green natural order ramp type decks, mono brown, a lot of different fun archetypes in this cube. And we got an Ancestral Recall here, pretty easy pick. Beyond that, I think Coalition Relic would be the pick, leaves you pretty open. Glenelendra Archmage and Sylvan Library also pretty strong. And there's some decent mono red cards. Mono red has been really strong. I mean, it does require you to kind of move in on it, and but if you're the one person drafting mono red, I think you're usually going to take down the draft. Like if you just go 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop, back it up with some burn. Like there's not that much that other decks can do to compete with that draw, other than really specific cards like Thragtusk, Baneslayer Angel. Okay, got an Upheaval here over Johnny Vengeant and Yawgmoth's Will. Will definitely gets better with Ancestral Recall, but I do not like drafting Storm, so I'm not going to take that. Upheaval is really sweet with all the artifact ramp there is in this format. So it's not that hard to have a few extra mana left over in Upheaval and throw some artifact mana to play afterwards, or maybe play a Planeswalker and your opponent's going to be stuck on their first land drop. Sometimes it's not quite as good because your opponent has artifact mana of their own. Like if they have like some Moxes or Soul Ring, then they might be able to recover faster than you, but it's still just such a powerful option that even in those matchups where they have cheap artifact removal, it can still be really good. And I think we'll take Ralzeric here. It works really well with Upheaval. So if you have like a Thrawn Dynamo or a Mana Vault, you can use Ralzeric to untap it, get another 3 mana into your Upheaval, and then sometimes if you can just drop the Ralzeric after the Upheaval, and then get it to 7 and start taking extra turns. So we'll take that. Greater Gargadon can also work well with Upheaval, so you can just let it suspend with like 1 counter on it, and then put into play after Upheaval resolves. And yeah, I mean, Sword War and Peace also good. Doesn't really fit with these cards, so probably not going to be too creature heavy with the start. Here there's Electrolyze, Splinter Twin, Baneslayer Angel, Literal Core, and some green fixing. Also like Rakdos Return a good amount. So the picks between Electrolyze, Looter, and Splinter Twin. I'm not a huge fan of the Splinter Twin combo in this cube, but I mean I am pretty much red-blue. It's pretty early. I could pick up lots of pieces of it. I got Ancestral to find the cards for it, so I think I'm going to take it here speculatively, but I don't like the combo for multiple reasons. It is pretty powerful, just a 2-card combo that wins the game, but it requires you to do a lot of clicks to actually go off. Hopefully your opponent just concedes. So I think Electrolyze is also a pretty good pick here, but I'll take the Twin. Give it a shot. And Deceiver Exarch, gotta take that. Pretty late Raphellos. Sneak Attack and Burning, so guess we'll be doing Twin here. Okay, we got Sarkhan Gideon, Repeal, Signet, Helix. We'll take a Signet. Blue Signets are really nice, and could also let us splash a little bit. It's going to be good with Upheaval. Again, ramp into Ralzeric. And oh, I'd love this Volcanic Island, but you gotta take Zealous Conscripts, which is a combo with Kiki Jiki. I think you just have to take it if we're gonna be doing Twin. Yeah, Volcanic Island would be really nice though. Okay, Mox Diamond, Sacred Foundry, Shrine, Manic Vandal, Pentet Prism. Foundry could be good to splash some cards. I mean, you can use Restoration Angel to go off with Kiki Jiki. So white can be good. Manic Vandal is also pretty sweet. Just like everybody's playing Artifact mana. But I think I'll take the Foundry. And I guess an Incinerate here. Well, I do have Enlightened Tutor. I guess I can get Splinter Twin. Might just take Chandra. I don't think... I mean, the Zero on Chandra is reasonable. But I guess I'll take Tutor. I don't think I'm too likely to play it, but... yeah, being able to go grab the Splinter Twin might be worthwhile. Alright, we'll take Gargadon, goes well with Upheaval. As well as Balance, and we are potentially splashing white, so that could be a nice combo. Okay, got the Electrolyze back. And Sphinx's Rev, we could definitely splash that. Max of the Moon. So this is looking pretty great for Splinter Twin start. I mean, our colors are very open. We've already got 3 pieces for the combo, and we got some backup combos too, so this is looking pretty good. Here we got Frost Titan, which is strong, Duretti, which can loot, help us find the combo, Strip Mine, which doesn't really fit, Soulfire Grandmaster helps you, like you can get Ancestral Recall back, it's pretty nice. And yeah, I mean, Strip Mine doesn't fit too well here. And also Blightsteel Colossus if we pick up a Tinker. But I don't think we're gonna want a Tinker here. So might just Duretti for the loot. Frost Titan is pretty powerful. It doesn't fit with the combo aspect. It can win the game by itself, so it's maybe worth considering for that, but we'll take the Duretti. I think we want to focus just a little more combo based. Be able to loot 2 cards a turn is pretty nice. Probably not going to find a use for the second ability, but could be worth it just for the first. So we got Lightning Bolt, Mana Leak, Dimir Signet. Blue Signets are pretty nice. So I think I'll take that. Or it could just Mana Leak, but we got the Upheaval, so I think I want Signets. Lightning Bolt also fine. I guess if you take Bolt, like you could pick up Isochron Scepter for Recall, Bolt, Incinerate as a start. Okay, we got Adakar Waste, Inferno Titan, Factor Fiction. I do like Inferno Titan quite a bit, but just like with the Frost Titan, I think we want to be kind of combo based here. So I'm just going to take the Factor Fiction, help us draw into combo pieces. And yeah, Waste isn't quite as important as getting red-blue fixing right now, because we're likely not going to play that much white. We already have a couple sources of white. Mana Drain, that's nice. And might table the Izzet Signet. Another card that's good with Isochron Scepter. And also good with Upheaval and Sphinx's Rev. Phantasmal Image is really nice. Opposition, we're not going to be that creature heavy. And Shivan Reef, I'm definitely looking for some red-blue fixing. I think I just take the Image though. Image is very strong. Well, I guess it doesn't actually fit with our combos. So I'm actually just going to take the Reef. Usually Image I think is powerful enough to take over fixing. But like other than copying our opponent's creature, you can't actually combo off with it since it can't be targeted. So yeah, I'll just take the Reef. Tamiyo, Signet, Sulphur Falls, Heath, Cloudskate, Jet. Probably just gonna take Tamiyo. It can buy some time. Pretty close to Sulphur Falls, but it can also draw cards. So I feel like it's a little bit better than, we had a similar picks, Phantasmal Image versus the Reef. I feel like Tamiyo is strong enough to take over the Falls. And we'll take a Daze here. And Ancient Grudge. Koth seems a little bit out of place. Duplicate can be fine. Hopefully we can pick up some green fixing for the Grudge flashback. I guess we'll take Frost Titan here over Disenchant, Soulfire, and Strip Mine. So I don't think Strip Mine really fits. And I mean, Titan does just win games, so it's probably better than Soulfire Master. I don't think we're gonna Boros Charm. I guess we could take Swift Spear if we want to be a little more aggressive in some matchups. So at this point we want to get some more mana ramp for the Upheaval. We want to get Kiki Jiki Pestermite, and maybe Resto Angel if we get the Kiki Jiki. And then just, maybe some cheap counters, more card draw. Don't think we're going to figure I'll take a Searing Blaze. And a Balance would also be good for the Gargadon. Let's hate a Predator, which could be annoying. Still don't think I'm oppositioning. I think Firebolt's decent. We'll take Breeding Pool, might be able to fetch that. Like if you have a Wooded Foothills, then it could fetch for blue from the Breeding Pool or Mountain. There is a Restoration Angel here. I think I just want a Venser. Because Angel just works with the Kiki Jiki, which we don't have yet. We also have the Conscripts that just works with the Kiki Jiki. So I don't want to move too hard into taking cards that just work with Kiki Jiki when we don't have it. And Venser is just a lot more flexible. Okay, there's Vendilion Click, Scalding Tarn, Jite. So Click's alright. I think I'm just gonna Scalding Tarn. Let's help with the fixing. If Venser comes back, that's pretty good with Upheaval. So you can flicker out a permanent and then Upheaval and get that permanent back. Okay, Monastery Mentor can be good. Treasure Cruise seems nice. Plateau, Sower, Chain Lightning decent. Probably want a Treasure Cruise, just get some more card draw. And I have a Fetch and like some early spells that can fill the grave. It's good with Duretti too. So I think I take that over Chain Lightning, Plateau, Sower. Here there's Jace, Fire Ice, Mizium Mortars, Mana Confluence. It's between Fire Ice and Jace, and well, it's probably pretty close. Fire and Ice probably more likely to table than Jace. But we're a little clunky on 4. But Jace also more powerful. Yeah, seems really close. I guess for the clunk factor, I'm just going to take the Fire Ice. So we do have a Wooded Foothills, Battlefield Forge, Impulse. Foothills can get Foundry, Brooding Pool, so it's a pretty good fixer. And Impulse can be nice, just helping you find combo pieces and getting cards in the graveyard for Treasure Cruise. But I think I'm going to take the Foothills for the fixing. And we've got a Steam Vents here, Imperial Recruiter, Mole Drifter. Recruiter can get Exarch, which is nice. We don't have the Kiki Jiki though. Mole Drifter is nice. I think it's just Steam Vents though. Helps their fetches a bit. The Foothills Breeding Pool also nice for the Ancient Garage. I'll probably run that main now. It can just be such a blowout to kill 2 artifacts in a format where people are running Moxes and Signets. Okay, Thadadel, Armageddon, Bloodbraid Elf. Guess we'll Thada, could be good in some matchups. So the twin part of the deck, not really coming together. Worth mentioning, the Gazelle's Conscripts and Greater Gargadon's a nice combo. You steal a creature, attack with it, and they get to sack it to Gargadon. So even without the Kiki Jiki, and Conscripts is already just a really powerful card. You can steal an ultimate of Planeswalker. So we'll run the Conscripts anyway. I guess we'll take Char. Could also Delver. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I guess we'll take Delver. Could build the deck to be a little more aggressive. Brimstone Volley can probably take a Wasteland here. It's good with Cruise. Like we could play the Swift Spear, Zergo, Delver, and trying to be more aggro, Thada. Fire Blast. I think I take the Venser. It's good with Conscripts, Fencer. I guess you can have both out at the same time. Can reset Planeswalkers. And then is a pretty powerful combo with Upheaval. So I think I take that over Fire Blast. And Chain Lightning versus Monastery Mentor. I think it's Chain Lightning. Mentor is very powerful. We're running a lot of non-creature spells, so it's definitely an option. But I'm just going to take the burn. Goblin Guide, Mizium Mortars. And if we take the guide, we could be like at least side into a very decent like red-blue aggro deck. And Mortars is pretty decent on its own. I'll hate a Titan. Don't think Jeskai Ascendancy is good. And Bloodbraid. So we have some options. We can go for more aggressive red deck. just try to beat down, or we can focus more on the combo aspect. So I'll have to decide that in building. So let's start cutting the beatdown aspect. That Adele still might make it. So we're going to go more control-based combo. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're at 25 spells right now. So maybe Duretti could go. Then everything else looks pretty good. Can maybe cut Incinerate or Firebolt. So at 23 spells here. So this looks pretty good. And then the other option is to go for more aggro. So we'd cut Rev, probably Venser. I think we still play the Splinter Twin combo. Probably still Upheaval. Could maybe cut a Signet. Maybe we'd have to cut a little bit more. I guess the white would be cut. So maybe Upheaval. One, two, three, 7. This is at 25. Probably still want Titan and Tameo, Cruz. Maybe Grudge Signet get cut. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 spells for Delver, which I think is fine. Could just cut the Splinter Twin in this deck. Like Splinter Twin Exarch. And Fin Searing Blaze. At least against other creature matchups. This seems pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. So this is 24. Could probably do 16 lands with this. So yeah, it's pretty matchup dependent if we wanted to be very aggro or just more slow and combo based. And I think I'm liking the aggro deck a little bit better. I think I want to start that. If we're on the play, the aggro deck's going to play a lot better. If we're on the draw, I think the combo deck will be a little bit better, at least relatively compared to each other. So yeah, I think I want to try this. So the Sacred Foundry can go. We're not playing any white. Yeah, the Breeding Pool is good. We got the Ancient Grudge. So for mana base, we basically want to be even. We've got a lot of double blue, double red, and early blue. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blue plus a Signet, so 6 blue, and I think 4 red. So I think we want to balance it out. So 6, 4. So it's even sources of both. And I think we submit. Also consider the Magus of the Moon, at least for sideboard, because we probably should be able to play under it. We could even maybe put like another island in if we put it in. Could maybe make the main 2, but I think I'm going to run this. So there we go. We'll see you for round 1. Alright, ready for round 1. Uh-oh. Don't Thoughtseize me or Inquisition me. Okay, Wall of Omens. I guess because of the wall, I probably want to just Ancestral, because the Swift Spear is not getting in. And don't want to discard. I'm just going to wait for opponent's turn. Could get Mana Tithed, but hopefully not. Momentary Blink. Well, I'll respond to that with Ancestral. And opponent just passes, so definitely going to play Delver, and then we can either play Zergo or suspend Gargadon. I think I want to suspend Gargadon. Just, whenever opponent plays removal, we're going to start ticking down with Gargadon. If we play Zergo, we might get a little extra damage in, but not too much. So I think we're better off just getting the Gargadon out immediately, getting extra suspend counter off of it, and then if opponent kills Delver, we get another one off. Okay, Mox Jet and an island. So they're saving the Mox Jet and drew the island. So I guess they could blink again, draw another card. It's pretty slow divination. Okay, so it's Necrotal. In response, we're going to sack the Delver, and that forces opponent to Necrotal their own Wall of Omens. And probably got to kill that now so the opponent can't blink it. Fire Ice. So yeah, we'll go with Swift Spear and Firebolt that. Attack for 2. Okay, opponent has Strix. And Hippie. So probably want to use Ralzeric, kill the Hippie. And the next turn we can use that to untap the land, get Frost Titan out. Then I'll offer up the trade with the Swift Spear. It'll make it easier on the Frost Titan. I can just tap lands, not worry about keeping the Strix tapped. I mean, I do have some more burn in hand. The opponent just takes it, but the other benefit is that it protects Ralzeric a little bit. By putting pressure on opponent, it's harder for them to just sit back and ping away at the Strix with, or ping away at the Zeric with the Strix. Opponent now up to 6 mana. And probably has 3 spells in hand, so I'm still a little worried. Okay, Revel Arc. Yeah, Revel Arc's very strong. Mana Drain also nice. So opponent has that momentary blink, which means they could just blink the Revel Arc, get back Necrotal and Omen's Respector, and then hit the Frost Titan. And that could be pretty scary. So it'd be cool if we could somehow hold up Mana Drain. But I'm not sure how we could do that. I mean, we could get a little... I don't know if it's greedy, but we could go Frost Titan, tap down a land, and let opponent take out the Ralzeric. If they don't draw a land, they can't blink that turn. And then we could hold up Mana Drain. And, I mean, they probably just have 2 spells in hand. I think there's a chance that they have 1 land, because they drew 2 cards off... Like, they drew a card off the Strix, and they kept playing lands every turn after that. So there's a chance they have 1 land, and then they have a land draw next turn. So the negative of that play is we could just lose the Ralzeric and lose the Titan. I mean, other plays we could make... There's not many great ones. We could ice the Revel Arc, play Zergo, leave it Mana Drain. I guess we could just attack with Swift Spear. And if opponent blocks, we can fire, kill both of the Strix and the Revel Arc, and then opponent can't blink the Revel Arc. They'd get both their guys back. Or we could also just Xeric tap the Revel Arc. So it's probably good. So we go Zergo, Steam Vents, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we pay 2 on Steam Vents, we could just dash the Bell Striker. But let's just cast it. So tap, untap. This beginning of combat will tap down the Revel Arc. Attack for 1. And we also got that Gargadon that's almost out. So we could possibly induce the momentary blink here. Opponent might want to respond to our ice with it. Only get 2 mana off the blink since that's its casting cost. opponent sends in Strix at Zarek. I'm pretty close to killing opponent with the Gargadon swing. Morph, that's Exalted Angel. Huh. Interesting they didn't leave up the second white for it. Might have just been a misclick. Or, I mean, maybe they didn't think it out. Wasteland lets us kill the Scrubland. And we can Ral to get some more mana. I guess opponent probably blinks here, so we have to have the drain up. I guess we could float mana so we could Firebolt the Morph and leave up mana for Mana Drain. Guess I'll put the Wasteland into play. So tap Morph, untap Island. So this way, if opponent responds with Blink, we can Mana Drain. And they don't. So let's use this mana to Firebolt the Morph. Or actually, can we win here? We Firebolt 13. Four, 6. Looks like we're semi-short here. Because, I mean, we could put the Gargadon out, but unless an opponent like immediately blinks, we'd have to sack one more creature. So we'd be a little bit short if we go all in here. Because we can sack 5 lands, floating one if we Firebolt opponent here rather than the Morph. But we can't guarantee we can time it so we can Mana Drain when they go for the blink. Unless if they misplay and just like immediately go for the blink. So yeah, I think I'm going to hit the Morph. And I guess the opponent might use the blink here on the Morph, so they get the 4/5 flying lifelink on defense this turn. But they don't. Yeah, I think I just attack here for 4. Rather than try to Gargadon. I mean, once opponent goes for the blink, we can still Frost Titan. Tap down the Rebel Arc. I suppose I could let the blink resolve, but I don't know, opponent getting back Hypnotic Spectre, I think that's a problem. So Ralzeric dies. Can't sack Planeswalkers to Gargadon. One has Massacre Worm, so sack both of these to Gargadon. So we don't have to lose life, and they're dying anyway. It's not so bad though. We get to Frost Titan the Strix, put Gargadon out, send it in. Opponent might have to just chump with their Massacre Worm. So Gargadon goes to 2. We get some mana from the drain. And should be okay wastelanding here. So opponent's got a tough choice if they want to chump with Worm or go to 2. And then next turn, Strix is going to be tapped. They're going to untap the Revel Arc. On the turn after that, we can attack with Titan, tap Revel Arc. So both Strix and Revel Arc are going to be tapped. We're attacking with Titan and Greater Gargadon. So opponent needs to have something here. If they brick, they're dead. I mean, maybe their best case scenario, I guess any creature removal spell lets them trade Massacre Worm for Frost Titan and then chump the Gargadon or kill the Gargadon. Uh-oh. Shield Red. Oof. Wow, that's a beating. That's pretty sick. So, I mean, yeah, I guess we'll keep the Frost Titan. Hope we draw Burn. And we lose life. So, gotta send with Frost Titan here. I mean, doesn't accomplish too much. Might have been better just to hold it. Like, we tap Massacre Worm down. Opponent blocks with Revel Arc. I mean, they can't Necrotol immediately. Like, they can get Hippie and wall them, and the next turn, Shield Red gets back Necrotol or gets back Revel Arc. So, we're not accomplishing much. If we had to upkeep, they can just get back Necrotol, kill Titan, so we might as well attack. So yeah, let's I guess we could tap the Revel Arc. I guess Titan's dying anyway. Maybe it's best to tap Revel Arc. Opponent blocks with Massacre Worm, they get back Exalted Angel. Yeah, I think that's better. Keeping the frostside in play doesn't really accomplish anything. It's unfortunate. Like, we wastelanded, opponent needed the land plus the shield dread to not die that turn. We do still have some burn, so it's not over yet. Just gotta win before that Exalted Angel hits. So we probably have one turn to draw our burn. Probably gonna sack the Tarn, just make it a little more likely. Shouldn't change the clock. Interestingly, we haven't seen any instant speed removal. So, other than like blink on Necrotal. So we could go for like the combo package. Deceiver Twin's probably pretty strong. So Chain Lightning, Incinerate, Electrolyze, Searing Blaze, Conscripts, Treasure Cruise might do it. We could fact into something. We have a lot of outs. Nope. Okay, yeah, I think Upheaval's probably good here. So let's side out the aggro package. I think opponent's also pretty good against it. Ready in. Don't want Magus. And we want 17 lands here. I don't think Tutor does much other than get the Splinter Twin. So I think Firebolt could be cut. And just get an extra land in, the Sacred Foundry. We probably need a little more white. Cut one mountain for plains. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sources of white. Seems okay, let's try it. So we'll play first. Got Ancestral, can't hurt. And we have Deceiver Exarch and Factor Fiction, so if we draw Splinter Twin, we probably just got it. I mean, we saw a lot of opponents' cards, and I mean, all we saw was Momentary Blink on Necrotal that actually deals with the Exarch Twin combo. So we'll go for Island, then opponent's upkeep, recolor selves, play around Mana Tithe, and make sure that we don't have to discard. Okay, Gargadon's a nice draw. Means we don't have to discard, and Upheaval. This draw is looking really sick so far. also have a wasteland. So if we can get a red source and a twin, we probably have it. If we can just get to 6 mana upheaval with Guard on Suspended, that's probably it. And we have Wasteland, Fire and Ice for Disruption. So it's looking really good. Mountain. I think I'll just take the opportunity to play the tap Breeding Pool. Like, there's no way we want to Exarch next turn. And if I have to take damage for the Fire Ice, that's not a big deal. I guess I could upkeep, tap a land there. But opponent has a lot of 1 toughness creatures, so I think I wait. Okay, Reckoner. Good Wasteland, but I'm just gonna Factor Fiction. Try to set up the combo. Also, a Wasteland might not accomplish too much, since I might just be playing on upheavaling. So, like, trading a land to kill a land might just slow down the upheaval. Okay. So, we'll Factor Fiction here. Factor Fiction into Treasure Cruise is pretty nice. Conscripts don't do too much here. Daze isn't awful. And extra lands are fine, but I mean, the Treasure Cruise is the thing that I really want. So we'll take the first pile. Well, I guess with Gargadon, Conscripts is pretty strong. Like, we could take Reckoner, sack it to Gargadon, that's pretty good. But still just think I want Cruise. So we want to fire the Morph. And I think Foothills. We could Wasteland, but again, I feel like because of upheaval, you'd rather just wait. Don't need the steam vents, so let's get a mountain and let's cruise. I don't think I have any graveyard stuff, so I can leave up a mana for Force Spike or Tithe. I guess I have Daze anyway, but might as well. Okay, Ancient Grudge is solid. As a Sphinx Rev. So I think I just pitched 2 lands here. Oh, and another. Yeah, maybe Cruise wasn't right there. That's a lot of cards we have to discard. I guess Grudge, like, opponent has no artifacts right now. I can just flash it back. Gargadon at 7. Probably got to daze this. I can play Venser next turn. And then Upheaval. Oh, miss blue. I guess I could do Pool untapped and grudge the Mox. I think I want to do that. Puts me a little low, but like I definitely want to have the Mox gone when I Upheaval. Let's see, stop at end step and upkeep. Guess I only need end step. Elspeth's a bit of a beating. The opponent might just hit me though. Okay. So, Gargadon at 5. So we'll play Island. Exile target permit you own. Next end step. So we want to Venser the Venser. And then sack everything to Gargadon. And we'll just leave a mountain up for Chain Lightning. Oh, shoot. No! Oh, wow, I need to leave it at 1. Oh. Can't believe I did that. Well, we still got the Venser out. That's bad. Ugh, such a punt. Too many things to think about. Just forgot you gotta leave it at 1 there. So, Venser does come back. I mean, we still have a decent shot of winning here. But, yeah. That was a little awkward. I gotta speed up a little bit, just 5 minutes on the clock. we get Venser Ultimate, could just lock opponent out. Love to wasteland that. And slow the Reckoner down. Oh, I can. Yeah, I got a Signet, so I can go like this, exile the Wasteland, and then my end step. Kill the waste. You just want to slow down opponent long enough to get the Venser going. I could. Nah, I just don't think I can take 2 here. Well, I guess I can put Vents in. Don't pay. Venser. Oh no, the Vents, that doesn't help. So opponent plays Reckoner. We minus Venser. And then just start casting spells. Duretti could help quite a bit. Okay. Whenever you cast a spell, exile target permanent. So I guess we just go to upkeep, go for Exarch. Whoops, gonna tap the Signets right. So exile the Reckoner, tap the Scrubland. Should have this now. So, I mean, I guess I'll just try to speed things up a little bit. Get more time for the last game. Balance. Alright, let's sack Exarch. Sack both our lands. Then F6. So balance just made opponent have to sack all their lands. And then we get Gargadon out, so it's only a matter of time here. Alright, so Chain Lightning, exile Swamp. Plus Venser, pass. F6 opponent's turn. Alright, let's float. Play Gargadon, kill Island. Attack plus Gargadon. That should do it. Alright. So game 3, almost punted that. It was a pretty huge punt, but was able to come back. So I guess the Thadadel is probably good enough. Opponent does have stuff like Necrotal, but they do have islands, and they've got Moxes, so I think we want that. Maybe just a ready out. Alright, time for some speed magic. So opponent got our balance. Okay. Hand's okay. You can get the breeding pool or steam vents. So foundry, so we go for breeding pool. Guess I'll tap down upkeep. Land tax. I think I gotta daze that. It's awkward because if they don't, like, if they're just gonna play the land anyway, then yeah, I mean, I don't know, it could be bad, but if they're stuck on lands, I really wanted to counter that. I guess you don't know. Alright, let's drop the vents. Looking pretty good. Salted Angel. So we can go with the twin. Could be good with Venser. I think we go Tameo, tap down Angel. Also got Venser plus Venser. There's Deceiver. So as long as we have enough time to combo off, I think we just go for it here. Do we... if opponent has Shield Dread, I guess we Venser it. Do we just tap it? Alright, I'll just tap. Like, if they have Shield Dread here, it could be really bad. But I gotta be able to twin off in time, so... F6. Alright. Not very good at this, so... pace is good enough. It's pretty tense. 1:07 should be good. Slow down just a touch. At some point I'll start counting to see how many we actually have. I see 9 there, 10 there. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright, I think this is good. Let's make a couple more. Alright, F6. Attack with all. Boom. Alright, round 2. Alright, that was a pretty crazy first round, and we're ready for round 2. We've got a Wooded Foothills in this hand, which could get Steam Vents or Breeding Pool. So we almost want to wait. It's going to be nice with the Treasure Cruise. Wise. Opponent's Misty. Alright. Kind of just want to get Breeding Pool. Sometimes it's right to wait, but like if we draw a Signet or something like that. Oh, we're in the aggressive deck, by the way. So this is not the best aggressive hand. I think I'm just going to go for the Breeding Pool. I guess I'll check my deck, see how many double red spells there are. I think it's just the Splinter Twin. And I don't have Deceiver Exarch, so... and I have a lot of red sources and only the one blue-green, so I probably just want to get the Breeding Pool. Guess I got Searing Blaze too. So just gonna get the pool. Okay. Let's jam in Swift Spear. Bit of a slow clock, but a clock nevertheless. Okay, Dynamo. Sure would like an Ancient Grudge here. Wasteland. Well, I could hit the Tomb, or I could hit the Sulphur Falls. Or I could hit nothing. I mean, I guess I really kind of want the land here. My opponent has a lot of mana already. Wastelanding helps Treasure Cruise a little bit. So, yeah, I just think I'm going to skip on the Wasteland. I'm going to hold Electrolyze. I mean, I could lose because I didn't do it, but, you know, I'm crimped on mana. Opponent clearly isn't. You know, for a turn or two they can't cast a red spell or a double blue spell. It might be worth it to Wasteland there, but we don't know that. We do know it's going to hurt us. So, I think we just have to hope they don't have anything too ridiculous. So they could be, like, you know, they're probably not twin, since they have to have the Kiki Jiki Pestermite. They could be just like Tinker, artifact based, welder type deck. Or maybe Sneak and Show. Show and Tell. Well, should probably Electrolyze in response. Dropping conscripts is not that great. Though I guess casting conscripts and using it on something could be good. Until end of turn. So conscript's probably not going to be worth dropping. I mean, we might actually we can conscripts next turn. So we can just drop a land here. So I guess we drop Wasteland. If the opponent has Emrakul and nothing else, we just win with conscripts. Blightsteel Colossus. Well, I think we just go for the conscripts. I don't know if Tamiyo is going to be better, so I'll just go for it. Force of Will. Alright. So data removal. But if no removal, if opponent just bricks here, we can tap down Colossus and maybe get back into the game. Okay. Shrine Academy. Shrine could be annoying. Could maybe kill Tamiyo. Ooh, and something else. This could be rough. I mean, anything could be really bad here. Moloku. 4 cards in yard. Well, yeah, got a Tamiyo. Have 9 points of burn in hand. But Tamiyo gets taken down by Moloku next turn. So this will be tough. Not sure if we have outs. Could probably win if not for the Moloku, but an opponent didn't make 1/1s last. That must be a mistake. That seems really good for us. I think we're just getting a free turn, which potentially could give us the win. What did they draw? Sunring Titan? What? True Ulamog with exact mana. Yeah. Alright. Well, I mean, got this burn, but we need a lot more red mana. So close. Have no signets. We can cruise. Let's check our deck. It's so close. Feels like opponent definitely gave us a shot. But we need 3 red mana to cast all of our burn spells. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, I don't think we can do anything. I think we're beat. Oh, I guess we could get Fire Ice to tap the Blightsteel for another turn. So I think that's our out. So we go Chain Lightning Face. The problem is we gotta lose so much to the Ulamog. Like, we'd want to Ralzeric, but we can't. So, Chain Lightning Face. Yeah, like, we're not going to have enough mana to Ralzeric. So, 1, 2... So Incinerate. Yeah, we just gotta Incinerate Face. Treasure Cruise. And draw into the Fire Ice, and then I don't know how we're doing it from there. No, that's it. Close. I think Magus would be decent. Like, turns off Academy, Ancient Tomb. So I can cut a mountain for an island. I think the aggressive plan is good. Maybe cut Electrolyze. Or actually Searing Blaze. That doesn't seem very good. opponent has Force of Will, so I don't know if like if they have a couple other counters too. I don't think going for the Splinter Twin combo or Upheaval is going to be a great idea. I think we should just try to aggro them out. Okay, play first. This hand looks pretty nice. Could use a little more mana. So I think I'm going to go Foothills and wait. Because I'd like to get the breeding pool for the Ancient Grudge. My opponent probably has a lot of artifacts. But I will need... I guess red mana is going to come once I get the Magus online. And then I may or may not want to Wasteland something. Because Wasteland turns into a mountain once I get Magus out. So if I can just draw one mountain in the next few turns, excuse me, then I can sack Foothills for breeding pool. I guess the pool is going to turn into a mountain too. Gargadon. Yeah, I mean, I guess probably just go for... I think I want to get the Gargadon suspended. So I need a red source. Probably Steam Vents. Could just be Mountain. I mean, if I assume the Magus is coming out, I think it's probably worth taking a little extra damage. In case if Magus dies, or something like that, or if I want blue mana earlier, if I draw Ancestral Recall. Let's get Gargadon out. I guess having the Wasteland out is going to dissuade opponent from playing too many non-basics early. Well, brick there, so gotta just pass. Oof. Gotta draw land, so I can grudge that. Nope. Yes. Probably gotta keep the Wasteland in play. So I'll just Swift Spear. Can't grudge there because Golem, as soon as it hits play, makes the grudge cost 3. And now opponent gets another turn off Workshop, so it's not looking great. That said, I just can't Wasteland here. Only way I win is getting a grudge off. Okay, Shackles. So I probably just sack the Swift Spear to Gargadon. Does reduce opponent's clock by a little bit, and hopefully I can grudge the Shackles in time. I mean, I guess I'd have to like flashback grudge.
Alright, Chain Lightning works. Impulsive, pretty strong. Game definitely feels like it's slipping away. I mean, even if I draw a bunch of lands, like my hand doesn't even do that much. Like Rouse, Eric Tamio, Conscripts. Like I'm playing the aggressive version of my deck, so like those cards by themselves probably aren't getting it done. I mean, the Gargadon might. Can't really kill the workshop here, so just gonna pass again. Could maybe just grudge the Shackles. If opponent plays Academy, they can get mana immediately, so grudge on Shackles is like some help against Academy. But I might just play the game where I don't play small creatures for the rest of the game and use Grudge to get rid of big threat. Try to win with Gargadon. Okay, opponent looting. We got Gristlebrand, Ulamog at pitching. So Graveyard's gonna get shuffled back. Do I want to grudge in response? I don't think so. Okay, Memory Jar, I guess. End of turn, I want to grudge that. It's going to be pretty busted on opponent's turn. They sack draw, like, they probably don't want to sack Jar. Like, they basically just give me a free Jar turn. They get a little more in their yard, but they should probably just let that go. If they understand how this interaction works, they're just going to let the Jar die. Because basically it says at the next end step, and okay, they did. So I would basically get a free Jar turn and my opponent wouldn't. Like, they'd be tapped out, and then the cards would be discarded end of my turn. So, guess just pass again. Could firebolt opponent. I mean, as much as it sucks that opponent is getting such value off their non-basics, just can't really sack the wasteland here because I need the mana. Then again, I'm not really using the mana because I'm not drawing my third land. So there's the Academy. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana. Be cool if I could daze one of their big creatures. Ouch, looks like they drew Lodestone again. Can't really do anything about that. Time Spiral. As much as I sort of want that to resolve, probably kills me, so I'm going to daze that. Because of the Lodestone, have to return the land. I don't know, maybe I just let that resolve. I mean, it's pretty bad. That said, opponent does have a Lodestone Golem in play. And, like, I draw a card, I still can't deal with it. So I kind of need something crazy to happen. And if I daze, I'm back another turn. Yeah, I have to just let this resolve. Do lose my Ancient Grudge, which is a little annoying. Yeah, this hand not so great. I mean, if my opponent fully bricks out, I could go Swift Spear and then just sack everything into Gargadon and, you know, 2-turn clock potentially. Opponent could chump for a turn, but that's very rarely going to work. Like, any chumps opponent has slow things down more. I mean, they just drew 7 new cards. Okay, they have another jar. Show and tell. That's annoying. Would have been great if I had a Conscripts, because then I could grab whatever they play and sack it to Gargadon. Instead, just drop a Signet. Well, I've got the Chain Lightning, but this Ulamog is going to kill me. So I think that does it. Lost in the second round, but that first round was pretty exciting. So, yeah, hope you enjoyed watching me fail with the Garganon upheaval play, and yet redeem myself in the rest of that first match. And then get pretty close game this last round, the first game. Almost got back into it. And then just got destroyed this second game. So, hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time.